Hello and welcome to the Dethleffs showroom in Izny im Allgäu in southern Germany. I've got in front of me this Dethleffs Pulse 7-meter long integrated motorhome. This is the Pulse i6811. This is 699 centimeters long, my favorite size, 233 centimeters in width, which isn't my favorite width, and 3 meters in height. That's great looking up. Ready to go weight, that's three tons, and so giving well, in this case just over half a ton of payload, which I think is pretty positive. It's coming with 4 beds, and that's a bit tighter. There's the price, 87,250. The door is open and we can go in. So the Pulse, I think, as far as compact vehicles are concerned, is quite an attractive option. Up the top there we've got this wonderful large skylight and space for the kitchen. So if in a 7-meter van, it sort of does manage to pack quite a lot in. One thing, although, as I always say, I don't like these things. Yeah, although there is a bit of a ledge, as you can see from my hand, so it's a finger's worth of ledge on that. These things are the storage compartments profiled forwards. Is, well, I mean, it might allow you to get more stuff in it, but it means it's going to fall out as you move. What's the solution? The solution's simple. You can get a net behind it to hold the stuff in. Indeed, you can also get a net to put up there as well, so that could be added afterwards. Under the bed, as you'd expect with the German layout, you've got the wardrobes down here. You can see, look how big that one is here, which you can also, of course, open from here as well. It's there's a bit of weight on the top, which you wouldn't normally have. Probably wouldn't have the extra cushion there. So have a look up here as well, and I can. This one doesn't come up. And there we have the storage there, and so water down here. Why is there's the water? It says there 20 litres. Now it doesn't take 20 litres. I'm not too certain why it says 20 litres. If anybody knows, do write the reason down, because I don't know. That opens like that, and this one opens like that. As I recall, the water is 110 on this vehicle. There will be more details on it in the description, because I can't remember. I don't remember everything. Right, this comes out to make the German layout, but one curious feature this has got is this. And so you've got a net here, and the point of this net is to stop you falling out the back end down here, and it attaches to this and to this, which I think that's going a bit extreme myself, but hey, a number of companies are now doing it. I think Dethleffs might have been the first. Fridge opens to the kitchen, and washroom. Now 7-meter van, it does have a step there. Step is probably necessary for the shower, but as I come in here, I can demonstrate how much space there is in the shower. Okay, you're supposed to open this, obviously, which I can't open because the duct board's down there. If I took the duct board out, then I'd be able to do it, of course. But anyway, look at all this space here. Look at all of this. You've got a place up there to hang your coats and towels and things up from, and there's me in the mirror, and you've got this fantastically large thing to hang your socks up with. I think that's a really good feature. And I've just realised I didn't turn the 12 volt on, so I'll do that right now. There was so much light I thought I didn't realise. There we go, and we'll just now have another look in here, and it'll look even better. Big mirror there as well. Well, not as well because it's the one that's in there. Okay, Kitchen, you've got 3 burners, and there's the maximum size of the pans. Good idea to show the maximum size of the pans, because these things, as I've mentioned in other videos, don't like it when there's too much heat, and they melt, as I found out in Switzerland 4 years ago. Sink would be better with a domestic drainage hole, but I suppose at least it's got this one here which you can sort of adjust to stop all the bits going in your system and blocking your system. Anybody got any good ideas about how to unblock the system? Write them down below. I might do a video on that, because I have had this problem. And there's something which I haven't broken, because that goes there like that. Or maybe it's there for a reason. I wonder what that reason could be. And there's a bin in the door. Dethleffs have started using this rather odd opening. It's well, I suppose it's actually, come to think of it, maybe it's not such a bad idea, because it looks quite good, but on the other hand, it does actually hold the stuff better. And I did mention, I think, about all the stuff falling out. Well, okay, fall out less if there was a better ledge on that, but yeah, that's not such a bad idea. So we've got the bed up here, and the bed will come down via, let's see if I can do it with one hand. Maybe I can. And this comes down like that. Now you've got to put the chairs down. The chairs are up like that, then the bed isn't going to drop down the full amount. So I'll make that point clear, but I just want to show you how big the bed is. And that's the size of the bed. And I know from experience that I cannot put the chairs forward using one hand. It takes 2 hands to do it. But anyway, it makes the point of how much space there's up here. And there you've got a skylight up there. But all the same, I just do want to demonstrate this, because that, you know, goes up quite, that goes up very nicely. Right, being an integrated van, it's the same size all the way down. I find when I'm driving integrated vans that they're just too wide. That's how I feel about it. Here, we'll see if we can get into a non-integrated van to make a comparison. What I do like though is the way the space has been used around here, or not used, is perhaps the best way of putting it. I've got storage down here and in there, and it's you know, no intention of putting an extra seat in or trying to fit something else in there. I think that's pretty good. As far as the interior decor goes, well, I'd have to say it isn't really my style. It looks like a suit from the 1950s, but that's just my opinion. I'll show you the windows as well. Well, the windows there. The blackout system comes across like that. Got magnets at the end, attaches to a magnet down there. I can demonstrate by attaching the magnet to this one here. And that's quite a nice system. Oh, been used for many years now. And as I open the door, here's a little place here to put your shoes in. And there's the wardrobe. So I think that this is a pretty good vehicle from the way it's used the size inside. So my van's also 7 meters. My van's got a huge table, almost twice as big as that one, but the other features seem to be considerably smaller, including that of the bathroom. This is going to be locked, but I'll just try, just on the off chance, but yeah, it's locked. So that You can see it's got a really big garage, and I come round here. See, the garage is the same there, and storage. Right, let's have a look inside this one. This is a Pulse GT, which is the integrated version of the same van. So here being the front, we've got the base vehicle. So you can see it appears to be easier to drive, although the width at the back is bigger, and that's because we've got the base vehicle here, but it's joined here. So the rest of from the back onwards, this is now the Dethleffs have done. Okay, table's much bigger, kitchen somewhat similar. Unlike the other one, there is the space in the double floor. The other one's got a double floor, but this has got space in the double floor. Unusual to put a drainage in there as well. That must be when your beer sort of runs out the cans. And so at the back here, it's the same. Door to close this off. This bit is considerably different. And the shower in there. Oh, and that's been opened. Actually, I prefer the shower in the other one. And we've got a bed over here, and in the video I shall do in this in more detail, I shall bring the bed down. I haven't got the key at the moment, but I'll get my hands on it. This is the same, and this one here is coming. You know, the fridges. These are options. I mean, you've got an oven in this. That's an option. That could be taken with the other one, as is the type of fridge. Now this one is a bit cheaper on the base price. There's more information on in the description box. Can you have a look at that, please? I can't remember everything. Okay, we'll have a look at this. We'll have a look at one or two, in fact. Integrated 6757 DBL Trend. It's another integrated van. This is going to cost 75,653, 695 long, 233 in width. Sleeps 4 and it's got 500 kilos in payload. And comes with a 7-metre van with this enormous queen bed, and there's a feature with this is that you can turn the chairs around at the front here, so this can face forward, and that's why that's what that chair does. The thing with this open, obviously only 7 meters, so there's not a huge amount of space, but you know, getting into this toilet's going to be a bit of a squash. That really is a squash. And I think I'm a bit slimmer than the average motorhome buyer as well. Anyway, we'll have a look at this in more detail in another video. RV and car camping vacations in Europe. Mike and Terry Church. Okay, right. We've got a lot of space down there though as well. Integrated 7057 DBM Trend. I think I've videoed this van more than any other van. So 740 centimeters long, 80,000 in cost. So been another one with a queen bed at the back. It's on a Fiat MultiJet, 160 horsepower, 483 kilos of payload. Shower on one side, and here's the toilet. Well, the toilet's easier to get into than the one in the other van. Large fridge. Also, I want to say the details are below. That's the star of the show. It won't be every single van I go into. You have to look at the longer versions of these short, quick visits. Right, just 90T 7052, 67,781. 741, base price 54,000. So you can see one of the things we've got extra on this is the automatic gearbox, and so this is on another Fiat MultiJet 160 horsepower. And now the Just 90's got all sorts of extras thrown in, and it's quite a nice layout in this, I think. Shower here. Work better if I open it. Oh, I could have seen more if I turned the 12 volt on as well. I forgot again. But you know, the base price of 54,000, I think that's quite reasonable. 294 centimeters high. Oh, and here's the kitchen. A lot of space around the table. And this demonstrates the way these seats can be made to turn round to face. The problem with these seats that turn round though is that they, it's a lot of, you've got to have the extra kit on you as well, so it all takes up more storage. Although I do appreciate that you might want it. People didn't want it, then they wouldn't make it. Right, another Just 90 T6762. This one here is coming at a price of 64,084, 7-meter van, and another one with 500 centimeters of payload in it. This is a lounge on wheels, absolutely. Look at all that space there. And it's at the back we've got the toilet. I've got storage in here. Put this thing here out. A stack of storage in there. We've got, obviously you get the shower everywhere. And here there's the access to the garage, which even if I had turned the 12 volt on, it'd still be quite dark. We've got some cushions there. I like this. All this huge amount of space there. Although I do like a fixed bed, so it wouldn't be suitable for me on a long-term basis. But hey, for taking out for a couple of weeks or something, it'd be great. Yeah, there's your kitchen. this van has been brought up by Trigano in Challenger and Chausson, the X500 or whatever it is, 150, and which is somewhat similar in look, although that thing there is only 208 centimeters in width and 6 meters long. But I think because of the publicity that one's got, it could make things like this as well more popular. 233 centimeters in width. So that's to give you a bit of an idea, but in these videos you'll be able to see all of the vehicles that are here. That's my aim during my stay here to do this. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you found that of interest. And another thing I always say though is to make sure that this is something you want to do, and you know, rent before you buy. Rent, or borrow first even, and then rent. It isn't for everybody, and I have seen. I've been meaning to do a video on this subject about what can happen, the bad sides of van life, and which was highlighted by the death of a young van lifer, Gabby Petito, in the United States in August of 2021. So I've been meaning to do a video on that subject. I mean, obviously death is extremely unlikely, but there are, you know, people do start arguing a lot, and I can tell you things from my experience, from my own personal experience, as well as people I've talked to. So that's why I say rent, and make sure this is something for you. So anyway, thanks very much for watching a 22-minute video, and there's more detailed videos on every single vehicle I've done here, and please do also see the description. As I said, all the best from Isny Imalgoy in southern Germany.